With a little math magic, I'm going to make some fractions disappear in an equation. So here's our first problem. We have 7/9 m minus 2/3 equals 5/6. The first thing I'm going to do is to find a common denominator. So for 9, 3, and 6, that common denominator is 18. And I'm going to write equivalent fractions with that denominator. So for the 7/9, I'm going to multiply both the top and the bottom by 2. For the 2/3, I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by 6. And for the 5/6, I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by 3. That's going to give me 14 over 18m minus 12 over 18 equals 15 over 18. And watch this. I'm just going to cross off all those denominators. That math magic tells me I have no more fractions. So I have 14m minus 12 equals 15. Much friendlier equation to work with. So I'm going to add 12 to both sides. That's going to give me 14m equals 27. Because that 14 is connected by multiplication, I'm going to divide both sides by 14. I'm going to get that final answer of 1 13/14. Let's look at another example. It doesn't matter where the variable goes. In this case, that variable is a little bit more to the right. I'm still going to find a common denominator. So for 3, 5, and 10, that denominator is 30. I'm going to write equivalent fractions with a denominator of 30. So I'm going to multiply 1/3 by 10 over 10. I'm going to multiply 7/5 by 6 over 6, and multiply 5 over 2 by 15 over 15. That's going to give me 10/30 minus 42 over 30x equals 75 over 30. I'm going to cross off those denominators. With a little math magic, there's now no more fractions, and I'm going to solve it like a normal two-step equation. So I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. That's going to give me negative 42x equals 65. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 42, and I'm going to get the answer of negative 1 23 over 42. What happens if I have the variable on the right-hand side? Well, it's actually the same process. I'm going to write each fraction with a common denominator. In this case, that denominator is going to be 40. So I multiply negative 3/5 by 8 over 8. I multiply 1/4 by 10 over 10. And I multiply 1/2 by 20 over 20. I'm going to rewrite my equation with those common denominators. I'm going to cross off those denominators. And like with that math magic, I now have a two-step equation with no fractions. I'm going to solve by adding 20 to both sides. That's going to give me negative 4 is equal to 10p. I'm going to divide both sides by 10. And that's going to give me p is equal to negative 2/5. Now I want to caution you, this math magic only works on equations. And while I made some fractions disappear today, I wish I could make all of your homework problems disappear.